Students, welcome to eSport. This is a record version, so please just play along and listen carefully to every details in this class. All right. So last week we've been talking about basketball and other ball games, and I'm sure by now you should be able to bounce the ball because we learned how to bounce the ball. And bouncing the ball is the foundation for dribbling. So today we're going to learn about dribbling and how to shoot. Okay, so before we start, let's warm up, all right? Go straight to warm up, all right? Just let's go now. Everybody, let's go. Move it.
14,
3 minutes for that.
15, 16, 17,
Please stand up and make sure you do all the exercises. Get up, everybody.
19,
Don't be lazy, all right?
20.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's go.
side deep squats. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
That's what I'm talking
14.
about. Wait.
Rest time.
From the
Up next, jumping jacks. In 5.
Let's go, everybody.
4,
Come on, let's go, let's go. Don't be lazy.
3,
Come on, let's go.
1, go.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Rest time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Rest time.
Okay, that was a good one, and I hope you have done that well. Okay, before we sit, now let's breathe in and out. Take a deep breath. You have to do that because it's good for your respiratory system. Okay, breathe in and out. In and out. In. 2, 3, out. Okay, the last time, let's go. Breathe in, out. Okay, that was a good one. Okay, now if you can do a split, show me a split. Go down and show me a split, everybody. Go down, go down. Don't be tired. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay there. Remain there. Okay, very good, very good. Make sure you exercise your legs, your wrist. All right, move your wrist, shake your waist. All right, and have your seat, everybody. So as I said, today we're going to focus our attention on dribbling and shooting. So as you all know, if you want to start dribbling, all right, you need to learn how to bounce the ball. And in the game of basketball, okay, dribbling is just like the primary or basic skill you must know, okay, if you want to be a good basketballer. All right, just like in volleyball, you must learn how to dig, how to serve, and how to, volley and all that. But in the game of basketball, you must learn how to move the ball around, bounce the ball. Last week we learned how to bounce the ball. If you don't know how to bounce the ball by now, you should be able to, let me know, okay, so that I can tell you what to do again. So, and these are the basic skills, okay? I showed you this last week too. All right, positioning means how you arrange your teams. Okay, we have a forward, backward, wingers, and all, just like in football. Also have shooting. Shooting is the ability for you to shoot and get a point. And don't forget, in the game of basketball, you must shoot to get a point, that means you must throw the ball inside the net, and a point is counted twice, except you shoot outside the box, outside the arc, okay? And if you shoot outside, that is 3 points. Then if you're in favor of any misconduct, all right, then misconduct like a penalty, so you have a free throw, okay, just like this. Let me show you the court. All right, so here you have free throw, we have 3-point line, okay, center circle, and I told you center circle last week is how to start. Okay, that's where you start the game of basketball, by throwing the ball up and do a jump ball. Okay, so I'm only trying to let you understand what we've been learning, okay, so you won't be able to forget. Next week we'll talk more about this. So now moving to dribbling, okay, as you can see the picture, okay, it's not something that you can't do. It's a very easy skill, all right. All you need to do is learn how to bounce the ball in a position where you are on the spot. Bounce the ball beside your legs, place your palm, position your palm on the ball, and don't beat the ball. No sound should be made, okay. Push the ball. The only sound that's coming out from bouncing the ball is the sound of contact, or when the ball is hitting the ground, all right. So when you are hearing any sound on your palm, that means you're not bouncing the ball, all right. Okay, so number one, you need to learn how to bend your knees slightly, okay. Then move the ball forward, okay, and make sure you dribble in your space. Don't get too close to the person beside you, or in front of you, or close to you. Contact the ball with your fingers pad, okay, like palm, all right. Firm contact with top of the ball, all right. Your hands must be placed on top of the ball. Then you have to position your body, all right. Position your body well, all right. And eyes looking over, not down, okay. That means you must not look down. You're looking forward, all right. Looking straight forward when you're bouncing the ball. You just have to practice it, okay. Just make sure you get used to that, all right. So these are the major things you must know if you are learning how to dribble, all right. So I'm going to show you a video now, and in that video you are going to learn how to practice and master dribbling, okay, all right, in a minute, okay. So let's go straight to this, okay.
A lot of the times asking me what they should do at home with their kids. Now, one of the main things that they should focus on with their kids is having them master certain drills. And once they master those drills, just moving them on to the next drills. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate today in this video some drills you can do at home with your kids, or if they're watching this video, they can be doing this at home as well. And then once they can do these drills, it's going to allow them to, get better on the court and come to practice a lot more advanced and a lot more skilled. Okay, so let's start with the first drill. Now, the first drill is getting a proper warm-up. Okay, a lot of these kids, they go into dribbling and they go into doing all this stuff, and their body's not ready to start dribbling. So having a proper warm-up is crucial. Okay, so one of the main warm-ups that I have a lot of the kids do is just going strictly around the ankles like this. But instead of integrating this, you're gonna stand up and you're gonna go around the ankles and then the waist, just like this. Okay, so you're going around just like that. Okay, just like that. I'll have the kids do that for about a minute to 30 seconds, and then they'll switch directions. So if they were going this way, now they're gonna go the other way, just like this. Okay? All right, now once that's done, now you can move on to the dribbling drills. Okay, so I'll start them doing a pound dribble, just like this. Okay, now stereotypically, a lot of the little kids, they'll be taught to start with the arm bar up and dribble just like that. Okay, when in reality, that's kind of hard to do in the games, because the whole purpose of you dribbling is to read and react on what the defender's doing. And if you're like this, protecting the ball the whole time, you can never react to the defender. It's a lot harder because you only have a limited amount of things you can do. Okay, now if you're square up to the defender like this, and you're dribbling, if the defender reaches, you can cross over and go this way right away and go past them. Okay? But if you're like this, you can't do anything, especially if they come that way. There's only so much you can do. All All right, so that's one thing to practice is just pound dribble, head up, chest up. And when they're pound dribbling, there's very detailed, there's a lot of detail involved in it. Okay, so when they're pound dribbling, you want to use your entire arm and your shoulder. You're not just using your hand, so you're pounding just like this. You'll be able to pound for days because you're generating force from your arm and you're using your entire body rather than just using your hand like that. Okay? So you can do that both sides. Next one is just a regular crossover. Just like this, back and forth. Okay? Do that for 30 seconds. Then it's integrating rhythmic moves. Okay, so when you integrate a rhythmic move, it's teaching the kid how to be rhythmic and read and really dance with the ball and move. So like some of the crossovers I have the kids do is just skipping like this, back and forth. So this way, if the defender comes, they can make a move. If they're stiff like that, it's going to be very hard rather than being deceptive to a defender and going like that. Okay, so I'll have them do that for a minute, just like that, back and forth. Okay, then once they master that, then it's through the legs, back and forth like this. Okay, then if they want to, you can skip with it like this, just like that. Okay, then it's the other way, same thing. So those are some drills that kids can start integrating. I mean, they can do it. A lot of kids can do a lot of moves behind the back, through the legs, all these crazy moves, but they don't have the rhythm and they don't even have the IQ to read the defender. That's one of the big things.
All right. That was a good drill. Okay, that was a good lesson. Okay, so basically what he was trying to say is you must learn to read your opponent's movement and keep your rhythm with the ball. Bouncing the ball, your face, you're looking forward, as I said, look straight according to the rules we can see here. All right, place your palm on the ball, bounce the ball, pound the ball according to him. All right, then you can now move the ball. Once you once you master how to bounce the ball while standing on the spot, then you should be able to move the ball around your body and be able to go around and all that. All right, so that is just it. Then moving on now to shooting. All right, so we're gonna learn how to shoot. Okay, good. It's loading, just a minute. It's gonna start playing now. All right, so don't forget.
I'm going to go through all the basics that you need to master before you ever start thinking about shooting a bunch of three-point shots, shooting a bunch of long-range shots. First, you have to get down.
Focus your attention on.
Get down the foundation, because shooting is like building a house, right? You can have the coolest house, but if it's built on a bad foundation, guess what? The house is going to fall. I don't care how expensive the accessories in the house are. It's kind of the same thing with shooting. If you don't get the foundational stuff down, you can have the coolest moves and everything. But if you go into that shot and it's broke, you're going to struggle. You're not going to get playing time, and you're not going to be the player that you want to be. So it starts with this base. It starts with this foundation. Without further ado, let's just get straight into this beginner's guide to shooting. Now, one of the reasons I want to do this video is because I was reading the comments. I know y'all think I don't read the comments, but I actually do. If you feel more comfortable shooting the ball like this, that's fine. If you shoot better with your feet like this, with a little angle, that's fine. You can find the best shooters in the NBA. You'll find some that shoot like this. You'll find some that shoot like this. So again, shooting is all about preference. It's all about being comfortable. It's all about having a form that you can replicate over and over and over. So, again, what I like to do is I like to turn my feet, but all that's important is that you have a good base. We don't want a base that's too wide. So if you're square, you don't want your shot like this. If you're angled, you don't want your shot like this. Again, if I'm teaching a player from scratch, I'm going to teach him to turn his feet. The reason I teach that is because it gets rid of the tension out of the shoulders, and it helps you actually square your body to the basket. Now, some trainers might say just square your body to the basket, and they turn their feet, and this is what they mean. As long as you're square to the basket. Now, the reason why I don't like this in particular is because sometimes it's harder there's a little more tension up here. It's harder to get your shot straight versus here, it's like everything is in a straight line. But again, it's all about being comfortable. The guys that teach like this are probably more jump in the air and however you land, because a lot of times when you land, that's how your body feels most balanced. All right? So nobody's going to jump up and land like this. So nobody's going to shoot like that. Nobody's going to jump up and land like this because you don't have good balance. So you're not going to shoot like that. Jump up, see where your feet land. And this is pretty much my base for my shot. So once you have the base down, let's talk about hand placement, because I feel that's next. Now, as a good shooter, what I like to do is I always line my hands on the seams. It helps me replicate the same shot over and over. When I know my hand is on the seams every time, it makes it easier for that repetition. Again, that's what shooting's all about. Being comfortable and being able to have repetition with your shot. So when it comes to shooting, I don't really get into which finger to shoot with. All I focus on is one, having the C in your hand. I've talked about this before, but you want to have a C. So go here, here. So wherever that C is, that's kind of where you want to be. Because if it's like a V, like this, then a lot of players are going to hitch their shot and they're not going to get a good smooth shot. And if it's too far out here, then you're not going to get enough power, not enough control of your shot. That's why I recommend this C right here. And you can see my hand right here. I have a little, I'm not palm on the ball like this. I actually have a little window. I forgot, one of my high school coach used to say, you should have a little window right here. And I guess that's just where I developed that. But all shooters, you should have a little space. It's kind of like when you're dribbling, right? When you're dribbling, you're not pounding the ball because you don't have good control. It's the same thing with shooting. You have this pocket right here so that you can control the ball. And then the last thing is you're getting into your follow through. You want your follow through. You don't want it too high. I see some players go like this. I see some players go like this. So you don't want that. You want it kind of in between both of those. You want your elbow at around the eyebrow area. And you want, my coach used to say, hand in the cookie jar, or I forgot what he used to call it, the gooseneck, I think he called it. But again, I teach the shot path versus the shot pocket. I've talked about this last video, or not last video, but one of the previous videos. I've talked about not doing a shot pocket, because when you do the shot pocket, you kind of place it there and then shoot, and a lot of times it messes players up. That's why I teach that C is like part of your shot path, but it's just a path, because you should be coming into your shot like that. You shouldn't be going here, place, and then shooting. That's a mistake a lot of young players make, is they come, they set it here, and then they shoot instead of, even if, I don't care if you're a release here, either way, we're not placing it there, we're just going smooth through. Again, if you're younger, you're going to have a lower release, a lower pocket or whatever is going to be pretty much the same. We're going to have that shot path, so it's smooth and it's something you can replicate. So we've gone through that. We want a nice base. We don't want to shoot standing straight up. We don't want to get too low. Again, whatever base feels comfortable for you, it's all about being comfortable. And then have that shot pocket, that shot path, good hand placement, all that all the time. Just because, look, this is the off season. This is the best time to work on your game. So you can work on just shooting. This hand right here is to help you bring the ball up. But when you release, you'll see all great shooters have a one-handed jump shot. So very few guys like Kyrie, he has a little thumb action, but he still has good rotation. Some players have too much of the thumb involved and their shot goes that way and the rotation's messed up. But the majority of great shooters, everything is, they'll have the guide hand like this, nothing else touching it, no thumb, no nothing. And it's just a one-handed.
All right, friends, because of our time, we can't continue the video, but what he's saying basically is how to control your hands and how to move your hands up, okay, just like what I want to show you now because of our time. All right, hold on. Okay, you see here, okay, that is how to shoot inside the net. All right, so this is how you hold the ball, and before you, if you can do this the way he said, then it will be easier for you. It will be easier for you to shoot. All right, and but easier it becomes, then you'll be able to win your match. All right. Because of our time, I'm going to end here, and next week we're going to talk about basketball more. Probably we'll watch a match. Okay, we'll see how to play a basketball match. All right. Thank you. See you next week. Have a lovely day. Don't forget, practice at home, and if you can record yourself, fine. All right, and send your video to me. Bye.